In the first video, all I saw was a woman's head going up and down. And I saw Michael's hands.
Now, sitting on our set is 42-year-old January and her 30-year-old fiancé, Michael. Now, I mentioned their ages because January has always kind of feared that Michael secretly prefers younger women. Because 2 months ago, January's worst fears came true when she found not one, but 3 explicit videos in his phone of him having sexual contact with other women. Guess what? Michael came clean about those 3 women, but January fears these videos are just the tip of the iceberg. Watch this.
I feel like I am going crazy. I'm in emotional pain, spiritual pain, and in physical pain because I am so worried that Michael is cheating. When I saw the sex tapes Michael made, I died inside. We have a baby together. How could he do this to me? He said he only made those 3 tapes and only cheated 3 times. I'm so scared there's more than that. If Michael fails this lie detector test today, it's over. I will not raise my son around a man who cheats and betrays his mother.
I can't imagine what it was like. You had to experience it. What was it like when you see those other women in 3 separate videos?
It's terrifying. It broke my heart. It just made me cry. I would cry morning, day, and night. I don't know if there's more women.
And that's why he's here.
Yes.
Because you want the answers, and he took the lie detector
yes,
test.
I want
But everybody should know about this. You have lupus.
Yes.
It's a very difficult illness to deal with, because not only is there a lot of emotional stress that goes along with lupus, there's a lot of physical pain, too. And this stress has caused you physical pain.
A lot of physical pain. Mental,
See, when it comes to this
physical.
lupus, though, I didn't cause her. I didn't give her lupus. She had lupus.
You didn't give me lupus, but you didn't make me feel any better. And all the cheating you've done has physically and mentally hurt me.
But you always throw that, like, that's your excuse. That's your scapegoat.
You cheated on me. That's what stressed me out.
So obviously there's a lot to deal with this story. And so I have asked our friend Karamo to help us pull apart this story as we go along. Karamo, you sat down with Michael last night and you discussed what was happening in their relationship. How did it go?
I mean, it wasn't good. I was very surprised at how vulnerable Michael was. And I think for me, that conversation was more about, you know, we're hearing what he's done, but we have to figure out the whys. Why was this happening? What's been going on? Because that's the only way we really figure out how to have this behavior stop.
So let's start with this, January. Let's go through all these videotapes. I know it's very difficult. Tell me about this first tape that you found.
He left his phone on the back porch. So I went to the back porch and saw his phone, and I got into it because, of course, I know his social and everything. In the first video, all I saw was a woman's head going up and down, and I saw Michael's hands. I ran to the room and told them, get up and get out of my house, crying hysterical. He's telling me, calm down, calm down. How do you calm down when you find a video like this?
But you could tell it was Michael.
Oh, yes. I know his hands. I know his little print he has on his hands. There was no denying it, and he admitted it.
And the second video?
The second video was with his ex, and she was naked with her socks. And then again, I saw his hands on her private part, and I knew it was his hands once again.
And the third time?
Oh, my God. It was in my basement. I saw a naked woman on the floor. At first, I'm just seeing the video,
wow.
And I'm seeing my basement floor. I could see the rug, everything. And what do I see? Here comes Michael's hand in his private part in the video, having sexual intercourse with her.
Did you confront him each time?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Did he admit it then?
Yes, he admitted it. He never denied it. He admitted it. He took it like a man and said it was him.
Did you forgive him?
I believe
No.
some part of me, not all of me.
You don't think so, Michael?
Absolutely not, Maury. Every time we get into a dispute or a little bit of an argument, she throws it right in my face.
Yeah, it's true.
I go to the corner store. I'm getting accused of cheating on her.
Yes, because I
I'm
don't
not.
trust him. I don't trust you.
Oh, that's what I'm here
You're
for.
gone 45 minutes, and she thinks that
Yes.
you're out with a woman.
Exactly.
I follow you
I'm
if I hear your
surprised,
phone.
I'm surprised there's a phone around. How many broken phones?
It's my phone.
exactly.
He broke all his because every time I picked
I've
it
been
up
through
to
3
go
phones,
into
Maury.
it, he was afraid that I was going to find something new. So he would break his phone before I got a chance to go in it.
Let's get this straight. He admitted to those 3 instances, but you think it's much more.
Yeah, because I found those. If I never found those, there was nothing ever to confront him for him to admit to it. He had to because I seen it was him.
Now, to help us understand some of Michael's risky behavior, we've enlisted the help of our good friend Karamo, who has a special talent for uncovering the truth. Take a look at this.
So I know from the beginning, January found a video of you with someone else. Can you tell me a little bit about the video, but also what happened and why did you do it?
Me and my wife were arguing a lot. I found myself sleeping on the couch, not communicating with my wife about my feelings. Met a woman at Wendy's. He was complimenting me, telling me how handsome I was, and I made a mistake and videotaped.
So I understand that needing validation, but I also understand the feeling of guilt coming home and looking at your wife, looking at your child. And with that guilt, you still end up doing it again.
I wasn't expecting it to happen. I was hanging out with my friend, had a female friend over, and we were just connecting, and one thing led to another.
You were with your wife, your son, and you felt the guilt.
Yeah.
And now you're saying you're in another situation where it came easy.
I guess the guilt I forgot about it.
Tell me a little bit about why you start to press record every time you're having a sexual interaction.
Looking back at it and being like, yeah, I'm like the macho man in the situation, like, yeah. Or I could go back and show a friend.
I want to know, when you were younger, do you feel special?
I didn't have my parents, no, I didn't feel special. I was raised by my grandparents.
And what was that like for you being raised by your grandparents?
It wasn't comfortable.
Have you ever talked about those feelings with January?
Speak about emotions around January is like impossible.
How would you feel if your son was doing the same thing that you're doing to feel seen?
Wouldn't approve of it, I'd be unhappy about it.
You wouldn't want him to know. Why wouldn't you want him to know?
For me to step out of my relationship, it's embarrassing. Tell my son, you know, while your mother was being good, I was bad.
I do believe you, but I want to know, what steps are you going to take to prove to January that you're not going to cheat on her anymore?
Be honest, that's all I could do. I came here and take a lie detector test, put everything on the table, what I did, so she could see that I'm being honest with her and there's no more secrets.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, and I actually believe that this could be the first step of you taking a healthy journey with January and for your family. But now it's time for January to see if she believes you.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is very interesting, Karamo. Why is it so important to find out why someone does this?
Well, because as we know, the behavior is going to continue. There's something that's going on in Michael and January's relationship that's stopping them from connecting and being honest about their communication, about their sex life, and it's causing this pattern. And we're seeing 2 people on this stage that are hurting. January, your feelings are very valid of why you're hurting, but Michael's hurting in his own way, and it's not to excuse his behavior, but we got to figure out what's going on there.
Okay, how many pictures and videos of other women have you collected during your relationship with January?
Okay, so I had over 100 pictures of different women, but there was just the 3 women that I slept with and was intimate with. I want to be faithful to her from the day that I admitted to her. I have not stepped out of my relationship.
She has lupus. You know that disease, you know, you are so unfortunately susceptible to emotional pain and physical pain when things are not right in your life. You've got to be extra careful about your behavior,
Exactly,
don't you?
but it's like stepping on eggshells, Maury. Like, I can't have feelings. I can't have emotions and express them to her. Without
You
her,
can.
no.
I want you to
but
talk to me, not go
I'm
cheat
trying,
on
like,
me.
I literally just said I wanted to.
Maury,
I
he
can't
just
speak
said
about
he
it.
can't speak to me, so
And I
he don't
tried
even
to.
try to speak to me. He just goes to
Yes, I
speak
do.
at to a woman at Wendy's.
So this lie detector test result is going to determine the future of your relationship.
Yes,
And by the way, this is important because you all have a child.
yes.
Absolutely.
And this child, you know, his life is going to be determined by your relationship. You know that.
Yes, I want his
course.
daddy to be around.
Okay, here are the results of the lie detector test. Did you break your phones, Michael, to help cover the fact that you're cheating? You said no. The lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Thank you.
Have you had sexual contact with any of the 3 women more than the one time January is aware of. You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Have you had sexual contact with your ex more than the one time January knows about? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Wow.
However, since you admitted to cheating on January with those women, have you had any sexual contact of any kind with any other woman? You said no, and the lie detector test determined you're telling the truth.
Good, baby. Good.
Yeah, but I don't know how that said that I had sex with her more than one time. I really don't.
How
So
about
it was-
sexual contact?
It was with the same women.
Yes.
So I could get over that because you passed that you haven't had sex with anybody after you told me. So I give you that credit.
Thank you.
I give you that credit.
You are not the father.